And happy New Year. Special New Year edition 2024 getting started. Let's hit this year. If you're joining us today, you probably are on the same mindset as me. Is let's get this get started on the year. It's a great time. I don't know what the weather's like where you are, but it's cold here today and snowy and really not. It's a great time to be working in your CRM inside. Getting your business set up at this time of year is a great time typically to do that. Really focus on the year, set your goals. And I'm going to show you how Real Office 360 can really help you do that in getting started. Now, quick little agenda here just before we jump in the software. Yes, I'll do the demo, show you how you can work your business plan. We have a wrap up, an exclusive promo for you as well at the end. So if you're just getting started, special promo, stick around for that. Also doing Q&A sessions. So if you have questions during the demo, feel free to put that chat in the bottom right hand side of your screen, and I'll get to those questions a little bit later on. Also, if you're interested in our team or brokerage platform, doing a special team webinar tomorrow. That's Thursday, January 11th. Let me know if you're interested in signing up for that. Or we also do kind of a private demos for teams and brokerages as well, really to help you get on board and get started with your team or brokerage. Anyways, let's get started without any further ado. All right, so sharing my screen there, you should see it. All right, so let's get started with a quick little, just in case you're just getting started, quick little navigation, and we'll jump into this here. Tour of the navigation, sorry. Here we've got our main navigation section down the left-hand side. There's also a settings section. That's a great place getting started. Set up things like connecting your email. That's your Gmail, Outlook, Microsoft 365, or Google Workspace account. You can also do things in your settings, such as setting up signatures, email templates, workflows, setting your default commission, some integrations such as MailChimp, lead gen. If you're getting lead gen, you can connect your lead gen. Anyways, that's all over in the settings. I'll talk about some of those things as we're working through the software today as well. All right, and then up top, a couple things here to highlight. You can minimize this menu on the left while you're working. It just gives you more workspace here. And this is a great, up top, we've got this global search. And basically, once you've got your data in here and you're putting in notes for your contacts, files, you've got people working through deals or past deals and properties that you're managing for your clients, you can search for everything here within a couple clicks here. And you can do this from anywhere in your software. I especially love this global search on mobile. So that's a great time. Yes, we have a mobile app for Real Office 360. Just search for Real Office 360, one word, just like this, in the App Store or on Google Play. All right, so let's for example, say you wanted to search for a specific client that you had put in a note for that was interested in a property with a swimming pool. You could do that. That could be an address, a neighborhood. It could also be files. You can also search files under the notes tab. So if you're looking for a specific PDF, I'm sure I've got something in here. There you go. Or maybe you did a market report or whatever. Again, you can search for anything in your software there. And same thing, this is great for if you're out doing pop buys or something like that, or looking up a property address, for specific clients or buildings. You could do that right here as well. Same thing goes if you meet somebody coffee shop. So let's see if we got George Costanza in our database. There we do. So we got him there. If not, you can of course add things right from here. So again, love this on mobile. Makes it really quick when you're out and about to just either look something up, find it, update, or add something new. All right. And then, oh, sorry, I didn't mention there's one other thing. There's the deals one. This is for searching people that are in your pipeline or closed deals. This is great if you've got specific, leads. I'm not sure if we've got some past deals with Beyonce in here. Let's take a look. There we go. So we've got some past deals or if she's in my pipeline as well. So you can, again, look up and just click to open those contacts right from there as well. So that's a global search. This also is a helpful tool right here, our little help button. There we've got a built-in help center. You can search for anything in here. Great tutorials, some videos. Getting started is a great place to start here. But also you might want to look for things like you might want to import your contacts, or if you're working your leads and how to add or connect your leads in Real Office 360. Anything you can search for in our help art center there. But we also have support built in. Hit contact support. You've got any past conversations right here, and just click send us a message right there. Anything we can help you with getting started. All right, so the last thing is up top right here is you can manage your subscription, and another way to get your settings and log out right here as well. All right, so let's get started on the contacts tab. Now, Before I'm going to show you, we're going to work into contacts here, and a great way to kind of set up your business plan in terms of building up your database. As you may know, most of business, I love this stat from the National Association of Realtors. 70% of business, I look at those member profiles every year, and it's always pretty consistent. Um, about 70% of business comes from, for top agents making the most money, relationships and referrals. So that's what's key about our contact database here. And as you know, the coaches say, Tom Ferry, Brian Buffini, Ninja Selling, that's Larry Kendall. I love following all the coaches, real estate coaches. And they're all about, keeping in contact and really multiple times every year, keeping contact people in your database. That's where you're going to generate your business from. So I'm going to show you how we can do that today and get that business plan going with in terms of working those relationships. I'm also going to walk you through the pipeline to show you how you can set up workflows to make these convert more and work kind of your business plan to really track how you're working towards your goals on the year. And then also we'll talk about transactions, which is a great place if you've been using RealOffice 360 in the past. You can export these, see where your business is coming from. Great for reporting. Also, for setting your goals for the new year. So let's just jump back to the dashboard for just a second, because I want to highlight here, when you're a great place to get started kind of with your business plan is setting your goals for the year. Now, this dashboard allows you to kind of monitor your progress. You can see there's 4 tiles, and they're summaries of each of the 4 sections here. You got a summary of total contacts you have in the database, activities you've completed, as well as you can see your starred or loyal clients right there. And then we see the next tile. This is a summary of our pipeline. Again, these are leads and buyers and sellers that we're working through right through to closings in kind of a visual sales pipeline. And I'll show you the pipeline. A lot of agents love that. Also, you can also set up workflows for every stage or checklist of what you do for leads, buyers, and sellers in every stage of your selling process. And then this is where I wanted to highlight. This is a summary of our transactions. I like to call it the money tab, but this is also, when we're talking about 2024, great places to start here and set up your goals. You see, so far I haven't completed any transactions this year, but I'll show you how we can complete a transaction, how that works towards there. But here's a great place. Hit edit my goals or add a goal if you haven't done so yet. And you'll see here's my 2024 goal. I've already set it up. If not, just click the add and it will bring up this nice little calculator for you where you can work out what do you want to set your kind of target commission income, gross commission income goal right here. I've set mine at 150,000. And then your average home selling value for your market, the type of homes you sell, and then also put in your commission model that you typically use there as the default. Again, you can tweak these on a deal by deal basis, of course, when you're putting them in, but this helps us set those goals and set your targets. So once you've done that, hit save and we'll close that. And what that will do is set up your little scoreboard right below here. So you'll see that these are my targets. I've got a target of 17 transactions for the year. This is my sales volume goal. And this is your transactions or one deals. And then of course your commission goal, and there's that 150,000. And now again, as you're working through people through the pipeline and closing deals, putting them into your transactions, you're going to see them tally up here. Last tile is a summary of my schedule. So again, as you're going to set those follow-ups, I'll show you how to do this in the contacts. This just gives me a glance. What do I have to do today, as well as what's upcoming in the next 7 days. So let's go over to the contacts. So great place, set those goals. Now I'm going to show you, the idea is we're going to work the relationships, and then we work our prospects and leads through our funnel in the pipeline. And that's what RealOffice 360 allows you to do. So number 1 is work relationships, generate more business from your existing relationships. So you'll see in my database, I've got my total number of contacts right here. We see a contact list. What's great, you can sort by any of these headings right here. So if you want to see, the clients that you've had the longest, or click on it again to toggle, this would be the most recently added in there. We can see which contacts exist in my pipeline. I got a quick little view here, but again, I'll show you the full pipeline, drag and drop, visual, see every client at every stage, what needs to be done next, and that is very powerful. So I'll show you the pipeline. We can also see groups. We can add groups to contacts here, see a breakdown by groups here. And then what I love are these. Over here, we've got touch points and tasks. And the key is keeping in contact with people in your sphere. So for example, I can see who I have upcoming birthdays, right here, sort by that, or home anniversaries. I love home anniversaries. I think it's the most powerful touch point. This is the move-in or purchase date for anniversary for your clients. Even if you didn't sell them the home, great thing to look up and put in for your clients. Now, speaking of which, I know you're getting started and you might have, you might have hundreds or thousands of contacts in your database, and you might not have, you want to be able to differentiate who are those real clients that you're keeping in touch with. We've done that with the stars. That's what I love here. You've got a ton of, you can add groups as well. You see, I've got groups in here. I've got little neighborhood or community groups. I've got my business people or professionals in here, vendors. You might want to add in here. I've got my fire group, which just kind of maybe clients I want to flag. You see those in the groups here. I love the little emojis, by the way, for your group names, because you can see it visually here. And then a group, you got different breakdowns of different kind of spheres or anything that you've got there. So those are all your groups there. But the other thing we have is the ability to star contacts, and I can filter. These are filters right up top, so I can say just show me my starred contacts, and there you'll see I've got 15 out of my 41 are starred contacts. And the way I like to differentiate my starred contacts are people I have those follow-ups with. They're people that they know my name. I'm reaching out to them on a yearly basis, at least with a single touch point, hopefully at least a face-to-face meeting as well. Not just, drip campaigns, that kind of thing, but really a quality relationship. Looking at this another way, I can say, who are my not starred contacts? Those people you'll see here, these are people that I don't have touch points set up. This is a great way of kind of working your business plan. If you're just getting started, what you might want to do is reach out to 10 people, start that for the month of January and go, hey, each month I'm going to reach out to 10 people. I'm going to set up those touch points and keep in contact with them. Now, maybe there are people that have home anniversaries in January. Maybe I just want to add, I'll show you on the pipeline how we can kind of work this business plan as well. But you get the idea here. We can also filter by group. So if I want to see everybody that's maybe in this one community right here, I can say this. All right, there we go. So I can say there they are, people in that group right there. And once you've got people in this group, you can also select people right here and do some special things here. So you can star, unstar, you can add or remove people from groups right here. But the other thing you can do is send bulk emails. So what you'll do the first time you try to do this is you're gonna have to connect your email. Again, connect your Gmail. It unlocks a whole bunch of things. You can set up your email signature. You can set up templates. We've got some pre-built templates, buyers, sellers, leads, keep in touch. But here's an example. I can send a template. I've got a market report template, and maybe I want to send them a market report for January. Here, I just say, okay, it's going to these 5 people. Again, that's coming from my own Gmail. And just realize that what we do is we send this out differently. We actually put these, they're spaced out like as if you hand wrote to each client, and they're sent out individually. This really helps you reaching people's inbox. Google's really cracking down, as is Microsoft, on spams, on mass emails. So this is a great way. We've kind of taken a different approach. Again, you have to work within the limits here if you have a daily limit of what you can send, but it allows you to really those personalized and group communications to your clients. So again, we have pre-built templates. Go ahead and modify those. Here's my market update I got from my community. Again, I can edit this before I send or make my own copy. And again, you can go to your settings and access all of these templates, but you can create your own, modify them. But let's go and edit that one, for example. So here's the market update. And let's say that we want to update that for January before we send it out. There you go. And we've also got this AI assist. You can improve what you wrote. You can say, hey, I want to include this for January, and let it write for you. Now, this AI assistant isn't on your templates, email communications, replies to clients. I'll show you this when we get into a client profile as well. And I've got my attachment there. If I had my January attachment, I could simply remove this and add that one as well. And then let's just update that template. There, we've saved it. Now we're going to pick it right here and hit preview. And there you go. So now you'll see that that's been updated with the January update as we've done. Now what we're doing is previewing each person. I don't know if you noticed in that template, but there are mail merge tags. What that will do, we just want to make sure here that the email looks correct for everyone, as well as, of course, any of those mail merge tags, and it makes sense what we're sending out. So there's Monica, there's Beyonce, here's DeMarco, Marcel, and Rachel Green, but it looks like we don't have an email for Rachel Green or in a database. So that's fine. It's going to go out to the other 4. It still won't break the bulk send. I could go out and add an email before I do this, but you get the idea. And we'll just say this is a market update for January 2024, right? Okay. And then we would just simply hit send, and that will send out that bulk email. Again, they're sent one at a time. And as soon as we hit send, we can go over to our bulk email dashboard. Here's a summary. You're going to see a status of, pending or sending, and you'll say them sent one by one. And you also can track, the great thing on this dashboard, you can track the performance of your campaign sent out of RealOffice 360. You can see open rates. You can see opens, clicks, as well as if any failed. You'll also get notified by email of that. The great thing when you're sending these campaigns in RealOffice 360 is if you do send them, they will also be recorded, any of your bulk sends, right in the client profile. Let's just clear our groups there. Now, if you're just getting started, I'm going to show you a client profile and show you how we can set up those touch points. But just before that, you might be wondering, how do I get my clients in there? Of course, you can add them one by one. Just click add. Here's some basic information. You can save and open to add additional information. You can also save and add another. This was a request from clients say, hey, I want to add 5 clients really quick with just an email, phone number, and come in later and fill in all the details. That maybe you meet somebody at a coffee shop or open house and you just want to put in their basic information and follow up with them. You could just add the basic information, save and add another. That will just bring up the form again. So there you go. But the other thing, if you've got your contacts in another source, you can use our import or sync wizard here. You can import from a CSV file. That's just a spreadsheet. So you've got your contacts in Excel, numbers, Google Sheets, or you're using another program, even your phone contacts. Chances are you can import them using a CSV file. I highly recommend, I'll just click on that, for example, that CSV file. Here's our import guide that will just go to our help center right there, open that up and follow that guide. You can also download a sample CSV, or if you need any help, let us know. But it's pretty easy here. I'll just walk through this really quick. Is that there's my sample CSV. You pick your CSV file once it's set up. Again, follow the help file, make sure it's set up correctly. Here, you just want to match to make sure this last field looks correct. We try to help with this by automatically, if we recognize kind of the type of what information is coming in. But for example, emails there weren't selected, phone numbers, you can even bring spouse's information in, address here, all their social and website links. Lead source, yes, you can track lead sources. We call them origin source, just so make sure that's linked correctly. Groups, you can bring in multiple groups. Now, these are tags, categories, labels, other programs call them. We call them groups in RealOffice 360. So just make sure that that's brought in too. It's like your A list, B list, your different spheres. Maybe it's from a farming list or wherever those contacts are kind of organized. And again, you can have multiple groups per contact. There's no limit to the number of groups per contact. The other little hint I'll give you is notes. Yes, you can bring in multiple. You see about 3 different notes I'm bringing in here. But notes are also great if you're bringing in something and you can't find something that matches in that import list. Just bring it in as a note, and then the cool thing, it will create a note on the contact for you. So when you're in that contact profile, you won't lose that information. Hit next. On this step, you'll want to keep them merged. That will just say if you're importing with exact same email as somebody who already exists in your database, we'll merge that together for you. And then the last thing here, you can add a group. Maybe this would be like today's date or something, just so temporarily what were the contacts you imported in this batch. You can put it in, or if they came, maybe this was your phone contacts. You could say, iPhone contacts or something like that, or whatever it is. And you could bring them again, and then you would hit submit. And at that point, it would start your import right there. Now, just as a note, we also do a one-time import from Google Contacts and a 2-way sync. If you're looking at the Google import or sync, please visit our help center and do follow the recommendations, because I've seen a lot of clients, agents don't realize that they have thousands of Googles of contacts in there that might just be random email addresses without even names. Gmail kind of creates contacts every time you email somebody. So I highly recommend to clean them up or pick a specific category or label in Google Contacts and only import those contacts, not your entire database. Because as the expression goes in, garbage out, right? So if you put in a lot of garbage, you're just going to make your life more difficult trying to clean it up in RealOffice 360. All right. So that again is bringing your contacts in. We've got some other things just to highlight under here. Setting up lead capture. This allows you to connect lead capture right here. Just click on that. You can follow these instructions. You can set up lead capture to connect. If you're getting leads from your website, realtor.com, another source, we connect just about any kind. Follow that or reach out to our our team if you want help setting up your lead capture. But again, there's a great help article about that. The other thing, when you're looking at doing, again, keeping in touch, really setting up your business plan, and maybe you want to set up doing those once you've got those touch points of birthdays and home anniversaries. You may want to print out those reports. You can print out a birthday report. So this would print out all my January birthdays or home anniversaries right here. The other thing that a lot of agents love is the ability to print mailing labels. So this is great if you're doing client appreciation events, seasonal greeting cards like holiday greeting cards, all that kind of stuff. You can just print out mailing labels for either your entire database or specific groups right here. You can also automatically include the spouse's name in those mailing labels as well. So let's go into a contact now. I want to show you, when you're working your business plan, again, really work those relationships, because this is where you're going to generate your business. And some of the powerful features in here are these recurring reminders, or what I like to call relationship reminders. Home anniversaries, I believe, are one of those powerful touch points. Again, put this in for your client. Put it back. You'll see that it's January 10th, 2019. We calculate what year. So that means today's Monica's home anniversary right there. She's been in her home for 5 years. Great time to reach out with a call. Hey, Monica, you've been in your home for 5 years. How's it working for your needs? You still liking it? Planning any renovations? Would you like an updated, market report or CMA property evaluation for your home? Right? It's a great time to do that. And then we've got family and relationships you can track in here as well. Is Erica still at the New York School of Dance? Again, if you're having these conversations and really creating those personal, meaningful connections, you're going to blow your clients away. But also, these are great leading indicators of when a move might be coming up if you get them talking about that kind of thing. But think about if you're giving them a market, update every year on the home anniversary of their home, maybe even go for a coffee or meet them in their home to kind of do a review or check up on their home. They never have any reason to go to Zillow, get his estimate, fill out some random form online. You're going to be their go-to agent. It's also a great time to ask for any referrals if they have any neighbors, friends, family that might be interested also in getting an updated property valuation or valuation for their home, right? CMA value. You can track birthdays, also great outreach points, and you can set custom follow-ups for whatever interval you want here. And this is just a great way. Within a click or two, you can go, hey, I want to follow up with Monica starting February 1st, and let's repeat every week or every month. You can set a custom interval, or maybe it's yearly, whatever you want to do. Let's say with Monica, it's every 3 months. Just hit save, and there you go. I've got that follow-up. Next one's February 1st. So this will always show you your next kind of follow-ups that you've got to do. And these automatically, once you set it, it will alert you every year for the birthdays, anniversaries, or whatever interval you set there for those follow-ups, right? So that is a great way to keep in touch. Now, it's if it was let's say Monica's home anniversary here, this is great. We've got built-in templates in here, so we can go and compose an email, and let's just insert that template right there. We've got a home anniversary template already pre-built for you. So if you're not sure what to ask, that kind of thing, I can't believe it's already been, let's put in, 5 years in there, 5 years for Monica. That would be as simple like that, and just hit send. Again, we've got the mail merge tags, everything's in there. You can use the AI assistant to improve your writing, or again, if you want to generate an email and you're not sure what to write or just reply, the AI assistant is here to help make all of your email communications easier with your clients. And again, we've trained, if you use ChatGPT, that's the engine we're using in here. But the cool thing is we've already trained this AI assistant for you that recognizes, your clients and knows you're a real estate, in the real estate business, and that's what it's doing. So it's tailoring those answers and recommendations on your emails to your business. Again, check what it's done, but it should help make your life easier. And at this point, we can just hit send. So it makes it so easy, you can see, to track all your communications, send emails, keep in touch with your clients, all these intervals, And the other thing is when they're ready to buy and sell, like I've got a task here to follow up on 90 Bedford. Let's go ahead and say I've done that right now here today. Just, track all your tasks right in here. You can see I've got past log calls, notes and attachments with files in here from my client, everything. I've got all my past email conversations right there. We even, if you send your emails, whether they're bulk emails, as I showed you, or these individual emails to clients, we track any replies, of course, as well as opens and clicks. Now, the way the email works is the first time you'll have to connect your own email. So that's a great thing in RealOffice 360. It's not sent from some fake email address. It's your own Gmail or Google Workspace or Outlook, Microsoft 365 Outlook email if you're using that. And the great thing is it's kept in perfect sync. So if you send something out of RealOffice, you go over to your Gmail, you're going to see it in your sent items, and vice versa. If somebody emails you, if a client emails you, you're going to see that email come in both Gmail and in RealOffice 360 be organized. The great thing here is they're organized by client, so all your email communications are automatic. You don't have to go searching through your inbox in Gmail or whatever. You're going to see everything organized in chronological order right under this activity tab. If you want to just streamline, just say, hey, just my email communications with Monica, or calls, so on and so forth, or any tasks, you can also do that there. But the activity tab shows me everything I've completed, every interaction, all my communications. Now, let's say with Monica, I followed up with her and she's actually ready to list. So that's where this pipeline deals. I'm going to jump over to the pipeline now and show you how you can work kind of your business plan, but also your leads, buyers, and sellers. So I had Monica already as a lead on that 90 Bedford, but let's say she's ready to list right now. I can just come in here and very easily go ahead. I'm going to put her under my active deals. I've just bumped her from the first stage of my pipeline or sales funnel over to the third stage for me, which is active. Again, you can customize the stages and deal types. You see she's a seller. I've got a description about her apartment right there. We can put her price and commission in there. I've already put her property price there. Again, we've got tasks. I'll show you this in the pipeline and files. You can put files related to your deals right in there. So you'll see that active. I just want to bring attention to that. Of course, you can track all your regular contact information, everything in here as well. So that is a summary of the contacts. I hope that shows you how easy it is to keep in touch, connect your email, all your communications, all your interactivity with your clients right there. And again, once you set up those touch points, you can just simply click on them here, see who you've got upcoming home anniversaries, birthdays right here, but you also be alerted on any of those as well. So let's jump over to the pipeline. So the pipeline, I believe, is the most powerful feature in RealOffice 360 to be sure you're working. It gives you a bird's eye view of your business. These are your active clients and leads that you're kind of working through your sales funnel. And as you know, in your contacts tab, you may have hundreds or thousands of contacts, but this pipeline allows you to streamline this, but also it can help you see the health of your business and if you're going to have any lulls in your business. When I used to work in it, we'd be prospecting, lead gen, and then we get so busy with buyers and sellers. I worked with a small team. You kind of get working with buyers and sellers and closings. You start focusing on that and you forget about the prospecting side of the business. Well, the great thing with this pipeline is that at a glance, you can see that. You can see where your next paychecks are over here, my closings. The idea is we're working people left to right, and it's simply drag and drop. Just like what I'm doing with Phoebe, I'll move her from a lead to qualified. But that's the idea, is that drag and drop, move people left to right down your funnel, and you can set up your own checklist. We've got pre-built checklists for you for leads, buyers, sellers in here. But you can simply, here we got Monica. You always see the next thing that's due for everybody right here. So you're not going to drop the ball. But you can also see your potential commissions, sales volume right at the top of each bucket here. This is hugely beneficial to know. Again, we used to track everything on a whiteboard, constantly trying to update it, what was next due, but of course not nearly as interactive as this. And this is all accessible on your phone as well. The complete pipeline, drag and drop, setting up checklists, you can do everything on your phone. So you'll see I've got something overdue here for Ed Sheeran, contract to conveyancing. If that was done, I can mark it as done, but I can also just click on that and say, hey, let's move that today or move it to tomorrow. And there you go, it's now due today. So that's very easy to organize everything, mark things as done. Let's show you with Monica's here. She's an active listing. So let's show you here how we can simply add Because she's an active listing, I have a specific checklist for this. Send a listing package, photo measurements and staging, put it on the MLS, open houses, right through to listing expiry. I can simply go, oh yeah, okay, I'm going to send the listing package, add that. You can do these one by one and schedule these tasks however you want. But we've made this even easier with what we call workflows, where once you set up that checklist, you can preset, look at these deadlines. They're preset based on today's date, where in 3 days, I want to send, within 3 days, I want it to be due to send the listing package. Within a week, I want to have the photo measurements and stage and that it listed on the MLS. Open houses in weeks 2 and 4, right through to my listing expiry 90 days out. And I can simply hit apply, and all these will be scheduled into my calendar for me. So again, you can see, I'll show you, but you don't need to. We can also tweak it right in here. So maybe I have, this photo measurements and staging actually scheduled at a specific time. Let's schedule that appointment. There we go, 10:30, and that's going to take us about 45 minutes, maybe right there. If you want to be notified, you can do this to be notified at the time before. If there's something you need to prepare, maybe even hours or days before, you can set out that email notification to be notified ahead as well. I'm just going to turn those off for my demo here. There you go. Now you'll see those are scheduled. If we go over to our calendar or our schedule in RealOffice 360, all of these, as well as birthdays, home anniversaries, I'll show you in a second, are in our calendar there. So everything is there for me so you don't drop the ball. But you also will see, of course, always the next activity right here, Saturday to send the listing package. Once that's completed, then of course it will show the next task. Now, just so you know, the ones that are blue, just to highlight kind of what's upcoming either today or in the next few days. And then, of course, things that are farther off are show up here. Anything that's overdue would be in red. Just really at a glance, you can see exactly what you have to do. And then it's simply drag and drop as you advance people through, get those tasks done. And I know it's the fastest deal in history, but I want to show you how we can close a deal here. But just before that, so I wanted to talk about a business plan here. I know we all have high aspirations, but I wanted to show you the simplest business plan that you can work in your pipeline. If you have, the key here is always filling your first bucket of your pipeline. And then, of course, you're simply just moving people left to right. So what you can do here, of course, if you have lead gen working for you, under the actions button, there's that setup lead capture, and you can set up lead capture. And again, those are your website, realtor.com, Zillow, wherever you're getting leads from. You can have that connected, and then basically if somebody fills out an inquiry form on your website, they automatically would be popped in here as a brand new lead, as well as added into your contact database, and with a task to follow up today. And again, then you can set up a lead workflow. You can send emails right to people here. Simply hit email right there from the pipeline. Again, if you got pre-built templates, we have some pre-built ones for leads, sellers, buyers, sellers, follow-ups right in here. So lead follow-ups, that kind of thing. Makes it so easy. Just pop in. Let's just put in that, if you don't know it, just search for it right up here there, lead follow-up. Right there, it makes that easy. Hit send, customize it, whatever you need for your lead, and do that. But again, you can also, call, click to call. This will use especially on mobile, you can link this to your phone or your messaging app. We don't give you a different number. You're going to use your own number for this with our click to call. But if you are on a desktop, again, it's not a built-in dialer, but what we do is you can connect this. I recommend on Windows, the Microsoft Phone Link. It pre-built on Windows, it should be pre-installed on Windows 11, but you might have to activate that the first time when you go to click to call. And what that will do, you probably can't see that, but it just popped up a dialer using Microsoft's own phone link, populated that number. I can just hit send right on my computer using my speakers on my computer. The call goes through my phone, but I never even have to pick up my phone. I can do all my communications right from within RealOffice 360 here. And then of course I could just simply, log that call, the details of my conversation with Monica right in here as well. So it makes it so easy to manage everything from your pipeline. But again, the simplest business plan, you know what your targets are from last year. And what you can do is work towards that. So for example, let's say that I want to, beginning of every month, let's throw 10 people. If you don't have lead gen working for you, pick 10 people and throw them in your leads bucket. Now, these could be people already in your database, in your contacts tab. And to do that, you just simply hit add, And we don't even know if they're buying and selling. We can just put them as other. You can create other deal types like I've got lease or nurture, or maybe you want to call this business plan or whatever, and throw them in that first bucket. And here you can just search for them right there. So maybe I want to do, let's put George Costanza in there. And there we go. It makes it that easy. We've added George. There you see as a lead. And now, of course, I get my task flow right here. Check in with a phone call. Let's meet up with Starbucks. And I'll just put that for today just to schedule that with George. So I've got that in a task in my calendar now. And when it's done, I can simply mark as done. But you get the idea. Just throw 10 people in there. Follow up with those 10 people. You may be pleasantly surprised. I had one realtor, she was brand new. She said, I'm not even going to start with the contacts tab. I'm just going to start in the pipeline. I'm going to start adding people here. So, and then what you do, if there's any potential, you move into the next stage. Again, apply the new workflow and away you go. Bob's your uncle right there. So that's that easy. If not, what you can do is delete or archive this deal if it falls through. And it's that simple. So I had this with one new realtor, and out of the first 10 people she called, she was so happy. She messaged me. She's like, Jason, you won't believe it. I got one listing. I got 2 other potentials out of those 10 people. So again, your results may vary, but that's, again, relationships are just the most powerful thing. And keep in mind, even if we go and delete this deal from, I'm going to delete any associated tasks as well. Even if we go and George, okay, he's not ready to buy or sell now. The other thing you do, of course, set up those follow-ups with George. That's the important thing. Once they're in their database, even if they're not ready to be in your sales pipeline or funnel right now, they'll still exist over in your contacts tab. George Costanza is right there. And of course, you can still set up, those birthdays, follow-ups, and that kind of thing. So you're keeping in contact on a yearly basis. But again, simplest business plan, throw 10 people here, work people left to right here. And do that at the beginning of every month. You get through them, add more people. And just try that out. I've had so much success working that type of, if you're really working a relationship model, that may work for you. All right, so let's say with Monica, we want to close this. And this is the fun part. And that's the idea is once you work people left to right, and we're in closings, you get paid. This is the fun part. Let's close that deal. And this is where we throw yourself a little party. Congratulations. Your hard work pays off. And here we can confirm the selling price. Let's put that, maybe see that sold over selling. And, commission income is calculated for me. Again, save your default the first time and you'll have that done. Let's confirm that closing date is today. We'll mark it as sold and hit continue. And this is the important thing now, is it's confirming. Remember the goals that we set at the beginning on the dashboard? This has updated our goals for us. So with our commission goal now, we've completed our first deal of the year, and we've reached almost 8% of our commission goal of the 150,000. And now that has been updated on the dashboard. But the other thing you'll see is Monica has moved out of my pipeline, and now she's moved over to transactions. There she's my first closed deal of 2024. Now, if you're working for multiple years, as I've done here, where the cool thing is they're sorted automatically by that closing date that you put in there, transaction date. And I can see how my business has grown. But this is a great place for goal setting. One of the first things for goal setting is looking what you did last year and where your deals are coming from. If you come in your transactions here, what you can do is you can look at all your 2023 deals. You can see if they're buyers or sellers. You can still click into these, see all the details, any additional details that are in here. You can, all that information is in here. But the other thing you can do is export these transactions to a CSV file. That's a spreadsheet. Okay. In the spreadsheet, it shows the groups from those contacts. So you'll know if you're using groups to kind of tag or label your contacts, but it also shows lead sources. So you'll know where your deals are coming from. Are they coming from your relationships? Are they coming from ads? Are they coming from open houses? Whatever you're generating, but that's really focus. I had one agent was trying to put a ton of money into social media marketing and really get that working. And I told him to look at his database for last year. He said, Jason, I can't, and he was a pretty good performing agent. He's like, I can't, contribute any of my deals to anything besides my relationship, my sphere. They're all relationships or referrals. And I'm like, well, why do you keep trying to spend money on something that isn't working for you? Double down. How can you, do this even better? So that was the key. So look at your time and your money and see where your deals are actually coming from. This is hugely important for goal setting. And if you work through our business plan, you probably got our email, but if you didn't get our email with the business plan, let me know in the chat and I'm happy to send you a copy of the business plan afterwards. All right. And anyways, and like I said, work that, but you can also log transactions right in here. So again, if you wanted to get caught up for 2023 and put them in, you could just simply log them in here. You don't have to work through the pipeline and close them. Hope that makes sense. But there we go. And just here we go. There's our 2024. Now the cool thing is, Monica, even though this is closed, I can still come in the tasks and your closing checklist is in here. So even as post-sale follow-ups, I could go ahead and go, hey, let's schedule that for middle of April and throw that in that I want to follow up with Monica there. Again, if you want to be notified by email, put that in for maybe a day before or something. If there's something I want to put a gift basket together or something, maybe I want to do it a week before or something like that right there to be notified, right? I'll just turn off that. But anyways, you get the idea and hit save. And now that's scheduled out for me right there into my calendar. Okay, so I hope that really helps showing you how you can work those relationships in your contacts, work people, set up your business plan, and really work the sales through the pipeline. Keep an idea. And the cool thing with that pipeline is you'll see it as you progress with seeing the money here. I had one agent, she had a specific goal, or her and her husband said, hey, we could have a baby if we reach, you got $150,000 this year. So what she did was went through her database and added everybody in the leads bucket. And as soon as you add them and set an approximation of their sales value here, that totals up here. So she went, hey, I'm going to work my business plan this way. She put everybody in her leads that she thought was any potential until she saw this number reach 150,000. And then the idea is if there's any potential, move them to the next bucket. If not, delete them out and replace them with somebody else to make sure that this keeps at 150,000. I thought, wow, never intended it to work that way, but if that works for you, great. Just giving you some ideas here again, but the pipeline really helps keep you on track. And again, that will update, see my dashboard goals here. Now I'm going to see as I progress. And I find having that scoreboard, and again, I love Tom Ferry talks about this, and Buffini as well, having a scoreboard, a whiteboard, something in your office. Well, here's your scoreboard right here that automatically updates every time you complete a deal. Okay, you close a deal off your pipeline or put it in your transactions. Let's go to the schedule. I just want to highlight this, that everything that I showed you, it was setting those birthdays, follow-ups, home anniversaries that recur on a yearly basis, as well as custom follow-ups, and all those things that we put on our pipeline, workflows, tasks for you put for clients, buyers and sellers, leads, everything's organized nicely into this schedule for you. Here we see for today, you can just click today at any time. You got this little mini calendar. If I want to jump ahead to next week, you'll see that scrolls automatically for me there. And again, go back to today. And the idea is as things are completed, you can simply click to mark them as complete right off here. There you go. But of course, if you wanted to, maybe I want to move this to tomorrow, rearrange your schedule, makes it really easy to keep everything organized. You also will see the other thing you can put in here by adding right into here, you can add one-time tasks and recurring reminders for, not just for clients, but you can also just add them for yourself right in here. So maybe I want to, there's something I need to do for my personal life that I want to just have to make sure that I block that off for today. Or recurring reminders. I love this for things. I've got one in here like updating your social media on a weekly basis. So I've got every Friday to update Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. I've got my update my website on a monthly basis. Great for time blocking, maybe to remind you to do your bookkeeping on the 4th of every month or whatever for the previous month, that kind of thing. But everything's in there. And again, work it here. You can also drop this down to a weekly view. I love this for kind of scheduling appointments. There's also a daily view, which some agents love, the daily view, just to kind of start your day, focus, or maybe you do it the evening before, review what do you have for the next day, and work as your daily routine. Again, you can also use those recurring reminders as kind of, if you do everything on a Monday and a weekly basis, Tuesday, really set up that daily routine of what you're going to focus on every day by using that. All right, in the mornings. And it's a great way to focus and get your year on track. We got to remember the keys with those things is it's those leading activities you do that really help you move forward. So I hope that helped. Let's come here. I see a question from Sarah. Thanks, Sarah. When you close a deal and have helped a client sell and buy a home, how do I get to show up in closed transaction? Only one side of the deal is showing. Okay, great question. We do get this, and sorry I missed that. But yeah, this is, so when you do both sides and you do a buy and sell, what I recommend on your pipeline is to add that deal twice. So let's go, for example, see, I've got Cheyenne as a buyer right here. You can add another deal. Let's add, oh, sorry, was that a buyer? Yes, that was buy. So let's add, if you're double ending it, what I recommend to do is to put them, let's put her in as a lead because sometimes they'll be in different stages. Let's put Cheyenne there again as a sell deal. So this is what I would do. And again, you can also do this in your transactions. If you wanted to show up with both buy and sell, you can just log it right in there. But you get the idea in the pipeline now, where you might, the great thing of having her in there twice is, you're probably, she might want to sell first and then buy next. So then or in this case, I have her as a buy in my active, and maybe she's waiting till the buy closes before the sell, kind of goes. So you can have different tasks that are due for each one, because of course, as a sell, I have a different checklist here, seller follow-up, that I might want to just schedule in the future right there. But you get I hope that helps answer. And again, each of these are independent, but there's basically 2 deals. But you can tweak the commission. Like if you're basically saying here, we could put in, just, a 0 commission in there for this one, because and you can even make a note here, say, commission tracked in my sell deal or whatever, in sell deal. There you go. And what's nice with that little description is it shows up in here. I love these little descriptions. You'll see I even use them for like this little hack for you. My neighborhoods, like I've got Chelsea right here. And the cool thing is if you search your pipeline, so those are your deals, and I would search, for example, Chelsea. This could also, I've used this with some agents where they want to track their lead sources. There you'll see it shows up right there, that deal for Dre. And I can either open Dre's contact right there. But there's another little hack if you want to track, little lead sources right off your pipeline. If it was a realtor.com lead, you could just go in and, edit that deal and say that right in that, in that description right there. Anyways, I hope, did that help? Thanks. All right, got it. Anyways, I hope that was helpful, everybody. Really appreciate you taking the time, and really hope this will help you kickstart your year. Focus on your CRM. The thing I think we forget about sometimes, it's the leading work, and that when you look at the top agents, they have these processes, and teams for that matter, have processes in place, and they're very, routine oriented. And every coach talks about it. So again, don't forget about the prospecting. Use that pipeline, because that really helps give the visual to remind you, oh yeah, I've been busy with, buyers and sellers, but I'm not prospecting, or so on and so forth. Use those workflows, and also keep in contact with people in your database. Set up those birthdays, home anniversary reminders, whatever follow-ups you've got, and you can work all your communications easier through there too. Okay, as a little wrap up, click the question mark button right there in RealOffice 360. Whenever you have questions, we've got the support center in there. Search for a tutorial or click contact us. That's the best way to contact our team. But you can also do it by email if you want, support@realoffice360.com. We're here to help. We want to get your 2024 rolling. Please don't hesitate to reach out if you have any questions along the way. Also, as a little thank you, I have a special promo, but I've got my normal webinar Save 15, but we do have a special New Year's promo going right now. I believe it's until the 16th, till next week. So I'm going to, you know what? Let me just see if I can get that promo for you. But if you're looking at upgrading to a full plan, it's New Year 24. That's the promo. I'll throw that in the chat here for you. But if you are if you're just kind of on a trial, or you're on a monthly plan or an essential plan, you're looking to upgrade to premium, or this is for annual plans or a team plan, let us know. Okay, reach out to myself or the support team just by going to the support or clicking the help button and say, hey, I'd like to upgrade to an annual plan. And take advantage of this promo. Again, I believe that's till the 16th, January 16th. So there you go. I hope that helps. And with if you don't have any further questions, I'm watching the chat here, but I want to say on behalf of myself and RealOffice 360 team, thanks for trying out or using RealOffice 360. We hope this will help you keep motivated, keep you focused on really building your business, grow it, and ultimately close more deals. All right, everybody, take care. Have a great year. And happy CRMing. Thank you very much. Take care. Bye for now.